the old record button, and then let's just hush you guys up. And as I say, if Tash joins, she can just come join in when she gets here. Cool, right. So, I'm going to start sort of. So we'll start sitting on our shins. In fact, I'll start face on and then turn side on the leg. So just take a moment to roll around as always, and again, sit cross-legged if you want, or sit on your bum with your legs out in front. And then just begin to find some length of body, length of breath. Feel yourself breathe into the lower ribs. Feel as if these floating bits of ribs move away from each other. Almost roll outwards. As you exhale, feel them drop back in. Begin to count that breath in for 4 and out for 6. And try to observe a pause at the top and at the bottom. And notice yourself just moving into the moment, into the practice, finding yourself in your space within your body, feeling the floor beneath you, being aware of the walls around you and the ceiling above you. All while with the eyes still closed. Just one more minute here. So we're going to jump straight in at the end of this minute. To find our downward facing dog. Last 15 seconds. And then from there, wherever you are, just allow the arms to draw up towards the sky. Try to bring the arms back behind the shoulders, behind your head, hands behind your ears. Exhale, draw the hands down through cactus arms. And then push those hands away, rounding the spine, flexing into that deep, rounded position. Draw the hands down towards the floor, step back into your downward facing dog. And just begin to pedal yourself around, just doing whatever feels right to you. Knees bend, knees straighten, heels down, heels lift. Sway your bum to the right, sway your bum to the left. Come back to center. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. And fold down over your legs. Bring your right hand towards your left foot. Place your hand over your left toes and then twist your chest to the left. Try and turn your left thumb backwards behind you to feel your shoulder blade pull into your spine some more. Feel that spiraling stretch down the outside of your left leg. Push your hips towards the left for that extra little stretch. And then bring your left hand down to your right foot. Right hand lifts to the sky. And then again, same here. Try and turn that right thumb back. Feel that shoulder blade come onto your back. Push your hips to the right. And then exhale, coming down. This time you're going to grab hold of your big toes with your index and middle finger. And you're going to try and straighten arms and legs and spine. And then you're going to bend your elbows out to the side, fold down over your legs. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And then inhale, rise to a flat back. Exhale, pull back down again. Walk those hands back out towards the front. Let's find some movement happening. One more moment, just pedaling yourself around. Feel your hips and your thighs. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Soften your left knee to allow you to stretch that leg a bit higher. Pull that left foot through. Step it between your hands. Drop your left knee to the floor. Inhale, the arms up. There's going to be lots of cactus arms. Bend the elbows down. And then push the hands forward. Try and keep your hip so your back doesn't do lots of work, so the hip stays still and the back flexes to give you a big stretch through the front of the leg. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull them down, tuck your back toes. As you flex your spine round and lift your back knee away from the floor. Inhale, arms lift back up towards the sky. And you're going to release those hands. You're going to try to bring your right hand down by your side and try to bring it onto your left thigh and perhaps work it down to your left knee and perhaps work it down to your left calf. Exhale, left hand down to the floor, right hand down to the floor. Step back to plank. Find that plank. Use your knees if you need. And we're going to come down through that chaturanga and push back to the top. Drop to your knees. Child's pose. Roll your chest through, elbows hover off the floor, knees, chest and chin. And then pelvis sinks down. Hands creep forward, diagonally outwards. Push into your hands for cobra. And then pull on your hands to stretch your belly. Exhale, roll down. 2 more times like that, but slightly more flowing. So inhale, lift. Reach your highest point, pull. And then imagine you're pulling yourself down towards the floor. Inhale, one last time. Pull yourself down to the floor. Make a pillow with your hands. Lift your legs up off the floor. So keep the pelvis grounded. Lift the legs, lift the thighs. Then push through your hands to lift your head, your shoulders, your arms off the floor. You're still looking at the ground, long neck. Variation of locust pose. Exhale, come down 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hands come under shoulders. Tuck your toes, push back to child's pose. Lift up to down dog. Left thigh lifts towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Step it between the hands. Drop your right knee to the ground. Inhale, arms up. You're going to do that cactus arms. Exhale. Arms come down, 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 down. And as they push forward, tuck your back toes. Find your big toe knuckle as best you can. Round the spine, pushing the hands forward. Lifting your back knee up. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. As you're pushing through that back foot, try to find not just your big toe knuckle, but your little toe knuckle too. Left hand releases down. Touch your right thigh with your left hand. Try to twist your chest to the left. Reach forward, up and back. Keep trying to straighten your back knee as you walk your fingertips down your thigh. Exhale, releasing that down to the ground. From there, again, we're going to step ourselves back in towards that plank. This time, we're going to come down for a count of 5. So 5 seconds down towards the floor. 4, 3, use your knees if you need to. 2, 1. Push back to the top. Drop to the knees. Child's pose. Roll yourself through towards the front knees, chest and chin. Let everything sink down. Hands creep forward. Roll up cobra. Exhale. Pull on the hands to stretch your belly as you fold back down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, folding back down. One more time. Exhale, folding back down. Again, bring the hands under your face. Lift those legs away from the floor. Lift your thighs away from the floor. Lift your head and your shoulders away from the floor. Squeeze your bum cheeks on. And then come down 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Hands under shoulders. Let's push up through high plank this time, or just go straight to down dog. So lift and roll back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Pull that right knee through, step it between your hands. Inhale, arms lift up to the sky. This time straight into that high lunge. Sink those hips forward and down. Again, try to find that little toe knuckle on the back foot. Release that right hand, twist towards the right, reach your left hand back. Exhale, this time left elbow crosses your right thigh. Hands together. If you need to, drop your back knee here, feel free. Find that twist and then open your right hand up to the side, sky. And then your right hand points towards the back. And imagine as the hand travels down straight behind you, it pushes your hips down, left arm in front. So left arm forward, right arm back. Look towards the front of the mat. Exhale, left hand to the ground, right hand to the ground. Step forward into standing splits. And then left fingertips creep forward. Lift your spine to be as long as possible. And then turn your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Left foot down to meet the right foot. Sink down over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, rise to a flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Come up on towards your toes. And then you're going to try and sit your bum down towards your heels. And you can either stay here and you can work on dropping one knee and then the other knee. And then perhaps both knees down to the ground. Or You can take your hands, so you bring your right elbow to the outside of your left leg. So, and then your right hand is going to come down to the floor. So you're squatting right down on your heels, on the haunches, and your left hand to the floor. And you're going to try to lean into your arms for a little side crow pose. And again, you never have to lift your feet off the floor. You can just sway your weight into the arms and then come back. And eventually, perhaps you can lift your feet, and perhaps not. And then we come back to the center. Don't worry, we've got another go to play with that. Hands behind the back. Try to touch your knees to the floor. If the knees don't like this one, just skip it for a second. Come back forward. Hands into the ground. Lift the hips to the sky. Stretch through the backs of the legs. Hands to your thighs. Your shins look forward, flat back. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back into your plank or jump. Everyone comes down through their push-up. Push back to the top. Drop to the knees, child's pose. Roll your chest through knees, chest and chin. Roll everything down to the floor. Upward facing dog. Roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Ground through that right foot. The left foot lifts up to the sky. Pull that left foot through between your hands. No dropping the back knee. This time we sweep the arms straight up to the sky. Left hand drops. We twist towards the left. And we stretch through that front of your right hip. Keep trying to straighten your back knee that little bit more. And then we try to cross that right elbow over the left leg, coming into that twist again. If balance is super wonky, drop your back knee. See how you go. But place your right hand on your left chest, your left pec, to open that and lift your left hand up to the sky. Keep trying to lift your right hip, your outside hip, up to the sky as well. And then again, same as we did last time, that left hand begins to point to the back of the room. And as it points to the back of the room, it lifts your chest, lowers your pelvis, right hand forward into that revolved twist, head over heart over hips. Now exhale, hand down to the floor. Left hand down to the floor. Are you gripping with your toes at that point? Lift your left leg up to the sky. And then those right hands creep forward. Try to lengthen your chest as you do. Keep strong through that that back floating leg. Left hand reaches up and again, try and turn it back. Exhale, hand comes down. Pull that knee into the chest. And again, play with anything along these lines. You can just play with rising up onto your toes and stretching the toe joints. Or you can drop your bum down towards your heels. Hands come outside your right leg. So left elbow tries to dig into right thigh, right calf. And then again, you just move weight in and out. Perhaps one day being able to lift one foot and then the other. And again, not important to be able to do, but perhaps just a bit of fun. So we come back through towards the center. We again push those hips up to the sky. And then we exhale, fold back down. As we started, right hand sits on top of left foot. And then you're almost holding your big toe knuckle down as you then twist towards the left, straightening your left knee, perhaps feeling that arch lift, left hand to the sky. Exhale, switch, left hand down on top of the right foot, rotate. Right hand to the sky. Slow, steady breaths. Exhale, hand comes back down towards the floor. So again, hop or step or float or fly your way back in towards your plank. Hover and just find your way back. And again, we're going to come down for 7 this time. So use your knees if you need to. Slowly come down. 7, 6, 5. Elbows in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the bottom. Push up for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to the knees. Child's pose. Inhale, roll forward, knees, chest and chin. Roll everything down and up into upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Let's step our right shin towards the front of the mat. Pull our left shin through, roll over on towards our bums, on towards our backs. Give ourselves a little roll around. Let yourself find your back and let the left leg go long. Straighten your right leg up to the sky and reach your fingertips up your leg. If this is ever too much, you just find your left toes resting on the floor and reach your left hand across towards the right side of your leg. And then come back through center, and then go again, twist. So 3, 2 more, 2, come back center, final one, 1, come back through center, both legs up to the sky, hands come under your bum, slowly lower the feet down towards the floor, and then come back towards the sky. 1, 2, come back down, come back up, 3 more. Halfway. 2 more. So just lower legs. Remember, you only want to lower your legs so that your belly is still doing the work. As soon as it goes to your back, you've gone too low. From there, right toes to the floor or stay hovered. Slide your fingertips up your leg and then bring them over towards the left side. And then come back. 2. 5 in total. 3. Halfway there. 4, 1 more to go. 5. Come back through center. Drawing both knees in towards the chest. Give them a little hug and a squeeze. This time, rather than the leg drops, we're going to grab our shins, roll our way up, and we're going to take a few rounds of high boat, low boat. Of course, stay low. If you know you don't really like this, it doesn't really suit you, apart from you, Abby, you have to do them. You can have hands on the bum, and you can lower just to that point where your belly still feels like it's holding on, and then come back up. That's your high boat, low boat. Either that, or we're here in our high boat, Navasana. Low down, hover legs, hover chest. Come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, final one, 20, relax. Whew. Find those feet sliding in towards your bums, hands down to where your heels are. Roll yourself up into that bridge pose. Lifting through the heels, squeezing your hips up. Breathing here. Keep going, 2 more breaths. Try to calm the breath. calm your heart rate if that high boat, low boat was a challenge. After you finish your final breath, roll back down. Grab the knees, grab your toes, find a happy baby or just a knees to chest little ball. And then just begin to roll around from left to right. Roll back. And then allow yourself to just drop your toes down to the floor and windscreen wiper your legs to the left and to the right. Already beginning to feel your ability to hopefully breathe and catch up a little bit more. And then let those legs go long. Let your hands come palms face up beside you. Let your breath come back to being the center of your attention as we move in towards that Shavasana. Perhaps just resting one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Give your shoulders a little shrug to get them down away from your ears. Just lengthening every breath now. Observing once more your body in space. The walls around you, the ceiling above you. The floor beneath you, your mat, the carpet, the wood, whatever is it beneath you, just feel into those spaces, the spots where your feet rest, your calves rest, your thighs and bum and back rest, your head and arms and shoulders rest. Allow yourself just to become fully aware for just the final 30 seconds of your body in space. And as you take one final breath, begin to let your fingers and your toes begin to wriggle back to life. To let the knees gently draw up in towards your belly and giving them a hug and a squeeze. And then gently beginning to roll your way up to a nice comfortable seated position. Take a moment to once again just grow tall through the spine, through the neck, through your whole of the body. And again, just find some length in your breath. Find the hands rise in prayer to the third eye and folding down over the legs. Lakha Samasta Sukhna Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. Thanks, guys.